Welcome back to Bookcrafts with Jen. So this week I thought, because Make Way for Ducklings is pretty much one of the most popular children's books out there, I thought we'd make a duck. Now we're going to need some paper. So we're using some brown and some yellow. We've got our book pages. We've got scissors, glue. Our duck's going to need an eye, so some googly eyes. If you don't have them, marker or pen or pencil or crayon, just something to draw it on there. So with the brown paper, we want to kind of cut out, draw and then cut out the shape of a duck. Now, if you want this to be a longer project, you can, instead of just doing one duck, you can actually do the entire family of ducks from the story. And it is set in Boston, so that's pretty cool. This one also, so Make Way for Ducklings is by Robert McCloskey. I am sure this one is definitely available also on the Overdrive, Libby apps, Hoopla. Definitely every library in Massachusetts probably has multiple copies of it. You can even turn it into a trip where maybe you go to see the statue of the ducks, the mother and the ducklings in Boston. Making sure to wear your mask and stay distanced from people. Let's see. So with the yellow paper, we're going to just cut out a little bit because we need to give our duck a mouth and a foot. So you could give your duck 2 feet if you wanted to. It's up to you. You could do 1 or 2. I think I'll do 2 feet. I mean, ducks do have 2 feet. So again, cut out your duck feet. Now, you could do the duck's body out of book pages. You could do the feet or the mouth out of pages. We are going to do the feathers out of book pages. So that's, once we've finished with our other pieces of the duck, I'm going to start attaching, and then I'm going to show you how to cut out and turn it into a feather. You could also, if anybody remembers the fish collage mosaic craft that we did, you could do something like that where you do just a whole bunch of pieces, not really in any shape, just a bunch of small bits of paper cut apart. But I'm actually going to make them look kind of like feathers. If you have feathers at home, some people might have really good craft supplies and have access to feathers. I know you can buy them at probably the dollar store, definitely craft stores, maybe in Walmart. But again, we are trying to do just crafts with things you've already got at home. So here's our duck so far. And then, now we've got some book paper. So you're going to cut them, I guess you could cut it, like leave it big, but because this duck's body is kind of small, I cut it smaller. And you're going to cut kind of an oval, almost like a leaf shape out of it. It's probably best if you have a bunch cut out ahead of time, because it's going to get kind of time consuming to continuously cut one at a time out. To make them look feathery, if you just cut little slit marks along each side, it might be kind of hard to see in the video. I don't know if you can really see this. That will give it a little bit of a feather look instead of just a bunch of rounded pieces of paper glued onto the duck's body. Okay, so we've got a bunch of feathers. I don't know, can you see this? Maybe? How I did it? See this? Maybe you can see the slit marks. The closer I get, the blurrier it looks. Next, I'm going to start gluing some feathers on our duck. So you can decide, do you want to put a bunch of glue all over the duck's body, depending on the age of your child, or how long you want the project to turn into, maybe how messy. You can do a bunch of glue, and then that way the person just has to drop the feathers onto the glue. You could also individually put a little bit of glue on each feather and stick them on. Glue sticks would work well for this also if you don't have Elmer's glue. I suppose you could even, if you really wanted to be crafty, dig out some paint and do more of a painting project, but this is Bookcraft, so trying to keep it using these book pages as much as we can. What you can also do, you can overlap them a little bit, because kind of like people's hair, it's overlapped. It's not, well, maybe it is one piece another, but the way it looks is a bit almost like overlapping. And especially, I don't know, ducks may not let you get close to them. If you've looked at a duck or a bird, they look a little bit overlapped. So this is, see how they're almost like overlapping to add a little bit of texture, a little bit more of the feather look. So this doesn't quite look like the drawings in Make Way for Ducklings, but here's my duck. You can, again, as I said, do the entire family, which is a mother, a father, and there's 8 little ducklings, so you can make smaller, bigger. You can do it, or you can just do one duck. I guess you could also associate it with a completely different story if you wanted to, or you could turn it into, maybe if you were running some kind of program, an entire unit on ducks where you read a whole bunch of books about ducks, and then you do the project. So come back next week. It's going to be a surprise what we're doing, so you'll have to come back and see. And thank you for watching. Bye.